It is back, ladies and gentlemen. Ascender Incremental is here in a brand new game. Like quite literally, the devs of Ascender Incremental made this game called Energy Incremental, and from what I've heard, apparently not only is this game like similar to the old one, but apparently it introduces a lot of new stuff that we have never seen before. So yeah, you guys know exactly what that means. It's time to get OP in another Incremental game. Smash that like button and subscribe if you think we're gonna succeed. And yeah, let's stop wasting time. I'm excited, so let's jump right into this. Alright, so first things first, how exactly does this game work? Well, honestly, I'm not entirely sure, but I am going to assume that probably the base, I guess, stat is going to be energy. Then from there, by doing things around the map, we can upgrade said energy gain. For example, there is Flux, Surge, and it seems like each of these are going to be giving us certain boosts. We can also buy upgrades. And of course, just like in every incremental game, we have runes. Now, let's get started off by figuring out how to get energy. So, is it going to be something over here? Oh no, okay, in order to get energy, you actually have to go ahead and click. Now, that is actually very interesting. Normally, you don't have to click, but it's fine. I guess all of the anime simulator knowledge is going to be coming in handy for this one. But anyways, in exchange for 25 energy, right, we can get Flux, you know, the energy stat that I mentioned before. Now, apparently, Flux is going to be not only doubling your energy output, but as well, we can unlock more Flux buttons by prestiging, which is going to be that thing over there. And as well, we can use Flux to roll our first runes. Okay, that is very interesting to know. So it seems like Flux is going to be really handy in not only increasing our energy gain, but also for rolling runes. So let's get started off, right, by quickly getting, I guess, one Flux, because, you know, why not? And then, how much does the first rune cost us? 5 Flux. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad, especially since every single time we get a Flux, our energy gain is going to be doubling. So let's just go ahead and leave on the auto clicker for just a moment. As you guys can see, my energy gain is beginning to slowly build up. Like right now, we're getting 8 per click, 9 per click, and then yeah. The second that we manage to reach 25 energy per click, our Flux gain is going to be like skyrocketing. In fact, we're about to reach that point any second. 3, 2, 1, and now we are getting +1 Flux per second. And look at that, right? 34, 35, 36. Let's actually go ahead and save up like, I don't know, 100 Flux or maybe even a bit more. Let's just see how much Flux I can get in around 5 minutes, okay? Alrighty, this should be more than enough. 786 Flux, meaning that we should probably be able to open up maybe 100 runes. Yeah, at least 100. So let's start rolling on these bad boys and let's see if luck is going to be on my side. So in the starter rune, the highest one that we can get is going to be 1 in 100,000. Now, am I getting that? Definitely not now. Maybe if I sacrifice a kidney and, you know, beg to RNG Jesus, possibly, but very unlikely that I'm gonna get anything. Ooh, actually, wait, 1 in 100. Not gonna lie, I think I'm fine with that for the time being. Ooh, as well, each one of them's giving me like a ×1 energy. So in this case, 4 gives me 4 times, then 9 of these flows gives me 4.5x energy. And yeah, probably the energy is stacking up really nice. Did we run out of Flux? We did, but have a look at all of these stats. Let's see how much good old SMG is gonna get from one singular click. So 8,000, how much was that? 8,343. And keep in mind, the more Flux we get, the more energy we're going to get. Meaning that we are quite literally reaching into the hundreds of thousands with basically no effort at all. Just quite literally clicking. Does this mean I can finally go ahead and prestige? No, prestige is going to be needing 25 trillion energy, which even with all of the stats we just got, we are nowhere close. But if we were to go ahead and get it, we would get prestige 1. Yeah, I believe there's like 5 different prestiges. This one gives us energy, Flux, Surge boost, and also the ability to auto-open starter runes, a new Flux button, and some kind of voltage stat. Yeah, all of that sounds really nice, but it's probably going to be a while till we're able to get it. So let's start off over here at the Surge, right? In order to get one surge, I need 1 million energy, which at this very moment, I have more than enough. So let's just maybe... are we getting 1 per click? No, when we get surge, it resets our flux. So that means we have to definitely be doing a lot of running back and forth. Sorry, I don't know why my tongue died there for a second. I promise you, it doesn't really happen that often. But anyways, with the surge over here, apparently we can also open up this quantum rune, which is going to be needing 1.5 surge per open. And yeah, there's a lot of different more runes that we can go ahead and get. In this case, the best one is 1 in 1 million. Once again, am I capable of getting something like that? Nope, definitely not in a million years. But hey, maybe the game has like some kind of really OP upgrades that is just waiting to hand on to me. Or maybe someone goes ahead and like drops a bunch of global runes. Either way, I'm sure something will help me out soon. Okay, here's some decent progress. So apparently when you reach a certain amount of surge, you are then able to get like enough energy gain to just not even have to run over to the flux anymore. Like quite literally, I am almost getting like 600,000 energy per click, and I'm just standing here. My surge is just passively going up. And here's another cool part, by the way. We can spend surge not only on the runes over there, but as well we can just, you know, buy simple upgrades. For example, faster surge, more energy, and even faster clicks. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Let me just buy a few more of all of these upgrades. Actually, if they're gonna remain this cheap, I might as well just buy max for all of them. Yeah. Now look at all of that. My clicks are so fast, and probably if I were to AFK on the flux, it would be, yeah, 2.5 times faster. That's ridiculous. I just want to say, by the way, this is what I love about incremental games, right? When you can look back like maybe 30 minutes to an hour ago. In this case, it's like more 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And we're already like hundreds of millions times stronger. Not sure if you guys just love the idea of being, you know, so much stronger than how you were before, but I think this is what really gets me, like, interested in these types of games. Whatever though, enough me yapping about some random stuff. Let's go ahead and open up the quantum rune, because I should, you know, be able to open up a bunch of them now. So let's see. We are getting Spark, Static, Ampacity, Voltress, which is probably going to be giving us, yes, Energy Boost, Flux Boost, and even a Surge Boost, our very first one. Unfortunately though, I don't think we're going to be getting too much of a surge boost, because the only one that I can realistically get at the moment is a 1 in 100, and you know, that's a 1% chance. But hey, even though it was only a 1% chance, we still somehow managed to get 6 of them, which at least we are getting a boost at all on surge, right? It's better than a 0 boost. Plus as well, knowing incremental games, the next kind of rune that we will unlock will probably, yeah, buff surge as well. And in this case, it is the 1 in 100 again, and even the starter one. But that's 1 in 100,000. That's not happening. Oh wait, oh, look at that. We have so much energy now. Yo, that is actually crazy. We can easily get Prestige 1. Yeah, let's go ahead, let's do that. And okay, Prestige number 2 is going to be giving us 1 luck, rune speed, 50 times energy, 10 times flux, 5 times surge, and 3 times of the voltage, which in this case is going to be found right over here. You guys definitely love to see all of these new features. Plus as well, I'm pretty sure we have like a few more. We have one over there, Prestige number 5, Prestige number 5. We have at least 3 more on this island alone, and I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be like more islands. Yeah, again, I'm not gonna go ahead and like start assuming things. For all I know, this might be the only world. For all I know, there's like 50 worlds. Let's just find out as we go ahead and play through the game. Now, how fast are we going to be able to reach, I guess, the parts that we were already on? Well, we're already starting to unlock Surge, which is already quite a major milestone. And oh, would you look at that? Apparently, we are already just shy of getting 1 surge, or should I say 3 surge per click? Which means that if we just go ahead and spam the energy button and as well as spam this upgrade, yeah, we are already basically caught up. No joke, all I need to do right now is get around 500 surge again, which is not going to take that long because of all the surge boosts we have, and then just roll the quantum rune again. It's quite literally that simple, but it kind of makes sense why it's quite simple, because the second prestige is 10 OCDE, which is like over 1 decillion times more expensive. Yeah, we have quite a long while, even with all of these boosts, right? even with the fact that we've caught up in a matter of like a minute, we still are not even 1% of the way there. We still gotta lock in. So let's do that by... let me catch you guys when I'm able to unlock voltage, right? Because this is when we are able to like unlock, you know, quote-unquote new stuff. Yeah, that sounds like a relatively decent plan. So, yeah, give me probably 10 minutes this time. I'm gonna be honest, it might be much longer, but hey, you never know. As you guys can see, my runes are already starting to stack up, so it's only a matter of time before my energy probably like quadrillion times itself. Yeah, I'm sure you guys understand already how incremental games works. You unlock one upgrade and then you are quadrillions and decillions times stronger. Let's see in this case which one is going to be the upgrade that is going to make me OP. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is enough voltage, right? We got 10 of them, which just to let you know, these are the stats. Triple flux output and double surge output. We can also use the voltage to buy upgrades, which we will do in just a moment. We also get +1 rune bulk, you know, just an extra one to I guess, you know, hatch runes faster. And as well, apart from that though, that's actually relatively it. But hey, whilst I was grinding all of this like energy to get all of the voltage, I also did some rune grinding, and yeah, look at that. I managed to get this cryonics, you know, 1 in 2000, which is giving me all these OP stats. And even this charge over here, I managed to get 4 1 in 1000s, giving me 20 times energy, 2 times flux. Once again, you love to see it. And now with all of that, I think I am ready to take on whatever this chips upgrade is going to be. So let's just go ahead and buy it. And where is it? Okay, here it is. So let's see what this is all about. So chips are a substat. You obtain 1 chip for every rune you manually open, and apparently it is upgradable. You can use your chips to purchase rune upgrades, for example, extra luck, more chips, more open speed. Okay, kind of all the relatively useful upgrades. Alright, that seems relatively straightforward to understand. Let's go ahead and let's focus on the quantum rune, because probably the quantum rune is going to be more OP in general. So let's just go ahead and get ourselves, yeah, 3k surge should be enough, assuming that I don't like end up like instantly spending it. Oh yeah, we also should probably go ahead and put on the special stat on like the side of our screen, so then that way we can see how many chips we are getting. Ooh, we already have almost 100, meaning that we can buy more luck. We still need a bit more for more open speed, but I think for the time being, I'm gonna focus more on the more chips upgrade, because, you know, the more chips I get, the more upgrades I get, and then, you know, it's obviously going to be stacking up really nicely. So let's just go ahead and buy this one more time, and then let's buy the extra opening speed. Yeah, there's not really much to this part of, I guess, the grinding. I mostly just sit here on the runes manually, and then eventually I will be able to just buy a bunch of OP upgrades for, you know, runes. But look at it this way, right? Although this is the, I guess, boring part of the game, it's probably going to be the reason that we're going to be able to probably prestige like almost immediately, right? Just allow things to build up, okay? I've already started to buy a lot of these upgrades. You know, I'm not close to maxing out some of them, but look at it this way, right? Slowly, we are already starting to upgrade these, you know, some of them close to being maxed out, and others really far away. But in the end, I'm sure that easily, way before we max out that like chips upgrade, we will definitely be able to prestige again, or I hope so. You know what, let me show you guys exactly what I mean. Let's start a mini, you know, short time lapse of me just, you know, building up surge and then running on over and, you know, hatching runes. And let's see what happens, you know, within that time frame. Like, am I actually going to be able to prestige just as soon as I think? Or am I going to run into some kind of, you know, special problem? Like, let's be honest. Right now, even with all of that I've gotten, like, till now, I'm still only at a 2.33 nonillion, which is, you know, still pretty far away. But I'm hoping that when I get, especially the luck upgrade, then we're going to be able to start getting more of the really rare runes, like the cryonics. Imagine if we're able to get like 100 of these, for example. Trust me, the stats would be game-changing, and Prestige 2, in this case, would be one of probably the easiest thing to do. Let me prove it to you guys by starting the short time-lapse, and I guess I'll catch you guys once again whenever it ends. I don't know, could be in 10 minutes, could be an hour. I don't care how long it's gonna take. Even if it takes hours and hours, you guys are going to see what the hard work will lead to. Cue the time lapse. Alright, we might have overdid it by quite a long shot. Like, we have hundreds of thousands of chips. This is the final upgrade that we kind of need for the time being. But in the end, just like I said before, it was worth it, because look at it like this, right? We have 1.12 DDE energy. And now look at that amount of energy when I step on the flux, right? Just have a look at this. QDDE, right? But let's not stop there. Let's keep going. Let's max out all of those energy upgrades and let's buy the flux again. Let's see. Are we at OCDE? We are. And just like that, we now have prestige number 2. Boom. There we go. That is another prestige acquired. Now for the next one. SPVT. Okay, that's actually not as difficult as before, and it seems like the upgrades are relatively the same. We have a Rune Bulk, Energy Boost, Flux Boost, Surge, Voltage, Watts, and as well we will unlock some kind of Mega Power Plant, Auto Open Quantum Room, and unlock a new Voltage upgrade. Now all of that is good to know. But since those are going to be upgrades that we're going to be, I guess, unlocking later, let's start off by checking out this power plant. Now, I believe it should work similarly to like an upgrade tree. In fact, yes, it will. This seems to be the first sub-realm of World 1. Now, here lies the first upgrade tree, a series of upgrades you unlock as you progress. We're going to be getting a new sub-currency called Watts, and then that is going to be the prime currency of this new tree. And then as we go along, we will unlock mega upgrades, which will also unlock new gameplay features. Once again, very, very simple to understand. We have a teleporter to go back to spawn as well, some kind of upgrade tree upgrade, and another one, and there's even a slot for prestige number 5. But yeah, since I'm pretty sure you guys understand how this works, let's get started by, you know, grinding. So we get 1 watt every 2.5 seconds. Also, let's just go ahead and quickly pin this, so then that way we can like see it. Then over here, we have the first little upgrade, you know, a very simple one. More energy, in this case 5 times, but it's going to be costing us 20 watts. So let's just wait 1 more second. And now awesome, we now have bought that. Now the next one over here. 50 times flux or 1.25x watts. Probably this would be obviously the smarter choice, because, you know, the more watts we get, the quicker we can get upgrades. It's kind of like every other upgrade in this game, you know? You kind of need to think ahead, make sure that you're buying something that, you know, will give you returns very quickly, or else you're just never gonna finish the game, okay? That's why I need to be careful by not wasting, for example, watts on this, because, yeah, you get the idea. I'd be wasting a lot of time. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let me be honest with you, alright? Originally, I intended this video to be a noob to pro, but I'm curious to see what you guys actually think of this game, right? Do you want me to make a part 2? Like, I know this video is already decently long, and I feel like if I kind of commit into this, it might actually, like, turn out into, like, another whole movie. But hey, I'm not blaming you guys, I'm blaming myself, because I love to explain things and, you know, make sure that you guys understand my thought process completely. So to ensure that I don't end up making a movie on a game that you guys are just not interested in watching, let me know down in the comments, hitting that like button and subscribing as well if you do want to see a part 2. And I just want to let you know, if I do make a part 2, we are going to be getting to the final prestige, which I believe is prestige number 5, but I might be wrong. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Once again, I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, if you guys want to see more parts on this game, I already explained what you have to do. But yeah, apart from that though, peace out everybody.